We're back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goblins of all ages. Welcome back to another edition of Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Oh yeah, of the greatest goddamn D&D stream in this world and the next. Welcome to Goblins Under the Stairs. Oh yeah. We got Carlos Garcia here, aka the nastiest Dookie, and all the land captain ran poo McNasty. And of course, I ain't here alone, because I'm rocking with the Stormbreakers. Oh, yeah. You got Manto Zermeister. You got a hot stick, icky, quick. To lead us along on this epic adventure. We've got a DDM and a lad here. Heads Nate Gonzalez. Take it away.
Not quite there yet, but I'm getting there. Thank you, and welcome back, everyone, to tonight's Sunday night edition of Goblins Under the Stairs. Happy to be back at it with you all as we jump back into the adventure, as our brave adventurers, the Stormbreakers, are about to start the Great Hunt. The challenge and quest that they have been tasked at after being deemed worthy enough after eradicating the Xerixian Empire, these miserable astral elves that have really left a bad taste in everyone's mouth in all the realm space here. And as you guys made your way here to this planet, you guys, talked and conversed rather, and came up with some plans and ideas. And slowly but surely, though, you guys made your way to the planet of Zelthar 4, this beautiful self-contained planet inside of kind of like protective shield. You guys, as you got closer, could see the beautiful lush grasslands, the verdant forest, the rolling and wild rivers, and yeah, not as nice as Zelthar 3. Don't ever forget that. And beyond the rivers were the craglands, these rocky craglands, where you guys could see even like lightning crackling between spires of towering mountains over there. And as you guys got closer and closer, approaching the Emerald Spire, the geodesic dome, you were approached by Dr. Sardonicus, and met him. This kind of off-putting kind of character, always giving you guys very kind of short answers with things, and letting you guys know that was kind of surprised to see you guys arriving so late, but happy nonetheless to see you guys arriving. Got you guys acclimated to the space, and then ushered you guys over to your guys' rooms, where the doors kind of hissed behind you with that hydraulic sigh. And as you guys entered into the rooms here, a little bit dim and cold. Actually, we'll take a step back real quick. In the dome itself, you guys could see all sorts of computers and science experiments and test tubes and wild flora and all sorts of vegetation and seemingly like creations that this doctor has created himself and been experimenting on. But as I was getting at, as you guys made your way into this room, all kind of like sharp corners, sterile white panels. You guys can see these 4 recessed bunks that line the walls, each with a thin mattress and folded blankets. The air smells faintly of like ozone and disinfectant, a kind of like sterile kind of smell. And as you guys make your way in here, some of you guys start calling dibs on certain beds and whatnot. Manto, you realize above each bed, with your excellent passive perception, is a strip of flickering LED light that kind of pulses with a slow artificial rhythm. A little too slow to be comforting, but too fast to ignore, possibly for you, Manto. But across the bunks, or from the bunks, you guys spot another kind of like glossy black orb embedded in the ceiling, kind of like makes this mechanical whir as it rotates slightly, with a little crimson lens unblinking.
Does that thing makes it feel like we're being watched?
You have a pretty strong feeling that, yeah, that's some sort of device that's keeping a watchful eye on you all.
I say, look up to the crew and say, well, the good thing is we're not going to be sleeping alone tonight. And I look at the camera. Hello? Or the orb,
No,
I just
so
wait too.
Cameras better not be rolling when it comes 8:27 tomorrow morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, Puta. I'm glad you remembered. Because they're gonna see some things. But
I don't want to remember. That's the problem.
I hope
here.
we're all out of this room at 8:26.
dear Lord, if you're up there, Saluna, whomever, please let us be out of this room by 8:27 a.m.
better wake up by your alarm.
I'm just even
say,
hoping for the
as you
doctor
say
to
that,
say that he's not
Rampu,
lost.
or I'm sorry, Langston rather, as you say, Saluna's name or whatever, it seems almost instinctively this kind of like whirling kind of sound and a bright white, kind of greenish light actually kind of starts to spread in the center of the room.
Oh,
Okay. What the hell did you do?
I
Didn't
said
drink
a
the blood, I
name.
promise.
I look right at Mantle. I'm like, dude.
Wasn't me this time. I swear I was just laying here.
See, this is what happens when you talk about what happens between 8:27 and 8:30.
As you guys are watching this light apparate there, it seems to almost take form in the middle of the air as you guys are watching it. And you guys see this kind of hologram apparate in the air. And as that happens, you hear this kind of like buzzing sound.
Sorry.
Actually, real quick, will you guys all make sure you have your volume up in your audio panel real quick? In AboveVTT, that is.
It's
Let me see.
I think I do.
Master volume.
oh.
Just under settings?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, master volume, the little
Yeah.
sound thing at the top on the right.
Okay.
All right.
Crank
What's
it
up?
up all the way.
I'm ready.
Shut
So you guys
myself.
see this green like hologram apparate in the middle of the room here, kind of spinning around this massive kind of creature, and a buzzing kind of static sound follows behind that, and you hear
Biometric tags confirmed. All authorized contestants detected. Initiating final threat bulletin for Operation Entity 9C. Target profile, codename Nightmare Beast. Classification, Class Omega Anomaly. Threat level, maximum. Physiological overview, height, 6.1 meters. Mass, 1,800 kilograms. Locomotion, quadrupedal, mode, burst charged. Skin, armored, scaled, composition comparable to draconic dermis. Visual signature, 2 primary cranial horns, bioluminescent red, functional in zero light. Arcane capacity, lightning manipulation, fire propagation, fog class toxins, anti-magic field disruption. Psionic capacities, discipline set detected, psychoportation, psychometabolism, telekinesis, telepathy. Confirmed powers include teleportation, disintegration, planar summoning, ego disruption, mental shielding, mind thrust, and crush-based cognitive implosion. Nightmare effect. Subject can breach sleep states of nearby sentience. Effect causes memory distortion, physical exhaustion, and total rest denial. Duration, 72 hours unless cleansed. Proximity range, 16.1 kilometers. Known habitat, Cragland biome, subzone Theta 3. Lair is subterranean beneath crystalline ridge cluster. Geophysical anomalies include unstable lightning nodes and memory feedback zones. Last confirmed movement pattern, circular territorial patrol with 6-hour rest intervals. Active defense triggers tied to Psionic danger sense lattice. Competition reminder, all teams cleared for lethal escalation. Magical, Psionic, and engineered weaponry permitted. Tracking compasses calibrated to anomaly frequency. Final objective, secure cranial horns and return to Emerald Spire for bounty authentication. The Great Hunt starts at dawn. Sleep tight, contenders. Transmission complete.
Wow.
Okay, so we're fighting God. If anyone was curious, we're fighting God.
Yeah, pretty easy stuff here, huh?
As the screen begins
So
to defragment right there, all of a sudden the voice begins to glitch. Error. File fragment. Vault 5 detected. Decoding, decoding, decoding. And the screen begins to like stutter and flashes red real quickly. And I need everyone to make a perception check real quick, actually.
Perception. Can I perceive
20.
things?
30-20.
You already knew it was going to be less 5 or less.
Perception. And I'm gonna add 4 and a D4 to it.
I
So
can't
that
see
is
my roll.
8.
You rolled a nat 1, Rampill.
Really? Ooh.
Yes.
Can I give myself guidance?
I would say not in this instance because it's like really like something you're catching like in an instant kind of thing.
Yeah, right. I got a 12.
But I'll say, yeah, Manto and Crick, though, you guys watch as the screen kind of stutters and flashes red, and you hear this distorted voice, and it kind of sounds, you know, half machine and half like Sardonicus. And you hear the voice, if they reach the layer, I want to see what breaks first. The mind or the spine. And then it kind of like starts to static and go haywire for a moment. And then if they kill it, well, I saved a copy. And then the screen completely goes out.
Did the voice sound like Dr.
It sounded half
They're kinda-
machine-like and half like him, kind of.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of hard to make out, like, you know, if maybe that was a warbled kind of like transmission voice, or yeah, if it was someone else rather. But take that for what it is.
Guys, I have a feeling that it's not going to be... Well, first of all, it's obviously not going to be easy. Second, it's not going to be as cut and dry as just getting the horns from the beast. I don't know if you guys heard that. It seems as if he could make a duplicate beast. Anyone else hear that at all?
No, I was too busy thinking about the fact that, again, this thing has lightning manipulation and also can control minds. So,
I heard it. And honestly, the only thing I can think of is if one of these were to, say, escape on a planet, not in a setting like this, it could be devastating. And there might be more than one.
Lori looks over at you, Crick. You have a point. This thing here has the capabilities of being like the ultimate siege monster. I could see this. I mean, the way they described it and the visual of it, just destroying cities in one fell swoop.
hold on. But hold on, before we go any further, can I tap the ground and make silence go on around us so no one can hear anything, like the cameras can't pick up anything we're talking about?
Absolutely, yeah.
Can I ritual cast that?
Sure.
So I'll do that, and it's a 20-foot sphere. So, you know, I feel like that's gonna include all of us in my new portable office. Hope you boys like it. Took the office on the road with us this time. Alright, keep going.
Can we hear in a silence code?
I think so.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Let me see. No sound can be created within or pass through, centered on a point you choose. Any creature. Oh.
Yeah, so within means that, yeah, you guys can't hear or make sound within it.
But he's just
Then
like,
I
my
will-
man, and I just like
No, no.
flick him off.
Hold on. Hold on, Langston. Hold on, Langston. And then I'm going to just kind of like close my eyes and like touch like my temples and tap into like the telepathic network between all of us. For 1 hour. Good enough for me. And I'm like, check. Okay. You guys hear that?
Hey.
Oh, nice.
There we go. And as soon as I hear Rampu, my antennas stick up. All right. I mean,
So-
your silence was still kind of rendered moot because I could just did this in the first place. But hopefully, a little sleep might regain you some energy.
I forgot. All right, this is my first time really using this. I thought it would work differently. I'm sorry.
It's all right. And like my lower arm just kind of slaps his ass. It's okay.
Okay. Like either way, portable office is ready.
I like the ship's office better.
So this creature, back to the subject at hand here, people.
Sorry.
We gotta figure out what to do. Now, it seems like this thing is pretty freaking indestructible. So the best thing that we can maybe do is try to slow it down as much as we can, and somehow incapacitate it.
Which reminds me, Langston, I want Fireball.
I think this thing has resistance to it, but I'm more than happy to store a fireball in you.
The fire?
I think so. Like, Nate, can you? It was a lot of information coming at me hot. It mentioned like lightning manipulation and then like something with some big word after fire that I think was like resistance.
Go ahead, because you got that pretty spot on. Go make a history check with advantage. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm taking it as, like, you guys heard this on the spot and, like, had to, like, gather whatever information you had to as well.
So, let me roll that.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
what?
The exact line
Fuck
that
your
you
dad.
is arcane capacity, lightning manipulation, fire propagation, fog class toxins, and anti-magic field disruption.
Fire propagation, so he can make fire be bigger, or he can create it.
Yeah, I dropped out of college, Nate.
I have a master's degree. I'm confused.
Oh, so he can essentially make fire appear and like spontaneously combust it, pretty much.
So he probably has resistance to it. I'm guessing.
I would wager.
It tells me he can create it.
It didn't say anything about water though.
I do not have a lot of things that I can store with it. I mean, if you
It's in his mouth.
Listen, I think the best thing I could honestly give you here, Manto, it's not an offensive spell. It'd be more defensive. I could give you protection from energy. And then you could essentially give yourself or somebody you touch it's resistant to elements of your choice, either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. And considering we're going into something that creates both poison, fire, and lightning, might help if you want that.
What does that want to like blow shit up?
Um,
Might be something.
Okay, hold on. If you want to blow shit up, you can have up to a 3rd level, right?
Lurk looks around real quick.
I
You
can
guys
have
are
it.
discussing this. So, I'm sorry, are you able to... You're not a spellcaster yourself, right, Manto?
No, and I like pull out like my little like stone. Like this can harness some spells, and I can kind of cast them at will, so long as I kind of crush them.
Interesting. And he begins to look over at Captain Rampu. He points to Captain. Forgive me if I'm perceiving you incorrectly, but you seem yourself like a adept explorer, hunter, tracker, things of this sort.
Well, that's right. You could say I'm the Rampu of it all.
What are you thinking, of Lurk?
Well, no, Langston, I don't think that your spells don't have use or utility to them, but looks over again at Rampu. Maybe we should hear all the options before making, sudden moves or anything like that. And make sure that we have everything prepared, or thought of that we can possibly.
Are there any spells that you have that might be of some sort of importance to this?
Well, Papa, being the captain that he is, in the #1 hunter in town, prepared for the great big hunt, has a couple of things under the old pocket, up his sleeve, I should say. For example, I guess I was gonna wait to show you this in person, but you must know I have developed a new spell that lets me speak with plants, and I can basically talk to plants. I can ask it things about the area around it, such as if I don't know, terrifying ginormous creatures have walked by it, or anybody that we are looking for or running against. And I also have a little power now, which I will once I rest on it. But I can also make plants essentially like grow out real wide, and things get stuck in it. And essentially, I want to use this to slow the creature down as much as I can. Meanwhile, I can also create a fog cloud that's simultaneously on it. This plant manipulation does not impede on that, and hopefully confuse the creature, which will then allow us to take advantage of it and, do what we do.
I'm sorry, are these spells or?
Yes, they are.
I mean, regardless, we're going to be pulling out all the tricks on this beast.
That's right. So if whatever everybody else got, and of course I got my lightning arrows and all the good stuff. I think my giant spit will work on it, since it is mostly water based.
Yeah.
If it's
You have
anyway,
water bullet.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's right. So
Kinky son of a bitch.
Do you think that
you're pretty prepared.
all that sounds fantastic? I do just want to, we saw the biome out there, all the different territories, and it seems like it's going to take a couple of days for us to reach those craglands. I mean, at least two and a half, I would imagine. So, Doctor mentioned we'll do the grasslands first, then the forest, then the river, and then the craglands, and then we'll get to the layer, hopefully, from there. I think the transmission said that it was in, like, Theta 3 or something like that in the craglands. But I just want to make sure we get,
Theta
like,
3.
we're prepared for whatever possibly comes our way before we get there as well, and that we can navigate and traverse all that safely.
Let me ask you: is this time based on us walking or us on the chum bucket? Because remember, we brought it with us.
Oh, we do have the bucket.
I was thinking about that. Yeah, Crick. Have you been thinking about it too?
Do we think that will make it through a intense travel? I don't know if that big thing can make it through a forest.
That river seemed really wide.
Or cross a river. I think we may need to plan on making it through the atmosphere and the world for 2 or 3 days as we get closer to where this thing might be. The last thing we want to do is be critically depleted by the time we get there.
Makes sense. So I guess on foot it is.
Don't get me wrong, though, Rampo. I think that being able to talk with the plants definitely gives us some sort of step up. Maybe they know something that we won't.
Absolutely, and again, we are hunting for something. Let's talk. So hopefully we can use it to keep eyes on the big creature or the other teams.
Are you also able to maybe speak to beasts? One thing that interests me was this creature might take 6-hour rest intervals. If we're gonna attack it, it would be great to know its timeline and also keep track of the other attendees, if you will.
I don't know. Let me think on that. And
like I said, that water seemed pretty, I don't know, like a far distance we'd have to travel through it, and it seemed pretty choppy, and I don't know. I'm okay at swimming, but I'm just saying, getting through that's going to be a tough thing.
I
Let me ask you real quick. Do you guys remember that graph thing saying that this creature was intelligent, though? Because if it's not really that smart, I might not be able to have a conversation with it regardless.
Honestly, it doesn't seem like it has a weakness at all.
I wouldn't worry about having a conversation with the animal itself, but I'm sure if there's an apex predator roaming around these lands, the other animals may have heard of it, may have ran from it, may know a little bit about it, or maybe we can talk to a bird that can look at our enemies.
Then we
Or-
can eat the bird. Okay, that's a good thought.
I don't want to
That
be
would work.
pedantic here or anything, but it seemed like most of the creatures here the Doctor created, which thus would technically make them monstrosities. Just if that makes any differences in anything here. I'm not sure if there's natural critters here, if everything is... I don't know, yeah, I just don't know. It seemed to
Not
me
only
as if
that-
everything was created by him himself.
Not only that,
Yeah.
it makes putting our trust in any outside beings, creatures, plants, you name it, a little I guess hindered.
That's a good point, too.
I think that
Yeah.
that makes
You're right.
sense. And
Sure. Yeah. Stick with the plan.
Langston, aren't you able to help with the scrying similar to Manto's mirror?
I mean, I can
mean-
just literally, I can do what the Mia does. I like clap my hands, make like jazz fingers. Like, yeah, no, I can do that at will. So I mean, if you
Wow.
want me to rip that before bed, I can try.
I mean, we do have a very thorough description of this beast. I don't know. It may be worth a chance every now and then just to see if we can check in on it, find any more information. Something tells me... One thing I noticed was that conversation didn't mention any weaknesses.
Nope.
It has to have a
I mean-
weakness.
Why would he tell us that though? If this is supposed to be some grand spectacle and event, it's not like he's gonna hand us the weakness. He gave us the surface level information and things we can kind of
Well-
prepare for.
We got to go with the opposite of its strengths. And right now, it's strengths for fire and lightning. And both of those, the opposite is
And
water
poison.
And
and poison.
it seemed like some sort of psychosis kind of thing, too.
Oh yeah, also it can
Yeah.
teleport. Let's not forget that. This thing can teleport.
I'm sorry, did it say some disintegration something?
Yeah, oh yeah, and disintegration. Oh my god.
Oh, Shiza.
Okay.
Would it be useful?
I think I'm just gonna try and ride it.
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
definitely.
Yeah,
worth.
No.
actually, no, that's a bad idea.
You don't
I
think
think
grappling its back might not
I look at Manto being 3 feet tall, and I'm like, with all due respect, you think you can grapple something like this?
You ever have a bug that's like a centimeter tall, like mess with you a little bit? Yeah, it's
Yeah, you go
annoying.
like that.
I mean, it is, but I
yeah.
want my buddy to live a nice, long, full life, not get
Exactly.
squashed by a monster that doesn't know any better.
Things are gonna mess you
Alright,
up,
well,
dude.
I haven't heard any better plans.
Well,
yeah,
I can't hear any worse plans after that one.
And keep in mind, a lot of the things that you tell me to do, I just kind of shake off and just do it anyways. As I pull out my chalice of blood.
Okay,
As
so,
I look at
Whoa,
your
whoa, no,
smoky,
Manto,
oily
no,
skin, I'm like,
don't.
yeah.
so jump on the creature then. I dare you.
I will say, when it comes to battle tactics, our plans never go well. And
we
never
can
really go
plan-
through.
But we
But-
still are here.
Yeah, maybe we should approach this with... At first, we need to focus on getting there. And in the process of getting there, we need to A, make sure we get there. B, maybe get some intelligence and make sure we get there before the other groups here. And the third piece was if there's any way for us to get more information on this final creature while we're doing it, that would be beneficial. And while we're going, I kind of like pull over, like hump up my my mobile kitchen. Maybe we find some tasty treats along the way.
Sounds good.
Respectfully, I'm just gonna go in there as candid as possible.
Sure.
And I'll be sure to let you do that.
I will listen. You're
But
gonna
I'll
have
be
me
right
for-
next to you.
Listen, this is
I'm
probably
gonna-
gonna be the most difficult battle that we've encountered, but you know, we're still kicking. After all the things that we've endured.
I don't want to step in where I shouldn't. I know I'm new here and everything, but if you die, what's the point of it all? I mean, I truly believe, coming from Mount Celestia, that from what I've witnessed, and even if you're maybe a little bit trigger happy, that you four
That is me.
are the heroes that Realm Space needs. And if one of you
Right.
dies, I don't know if we have the chance to take out Grotz and survive this whole thing. And that's not just us, but all of Realm Space. So,
Man,
I think I trust you, and I know you are confident in your abilities, but just think of all the other people also.
thank you. And dragons.
Yeah, and dragons.
But specifically people.
Most
But I
dragons.
agree.
We're captains, so I'm technically above the hierarchy in every way, mostly in life. But anyways, yes, we are the Stormbreakers, folks, which means I'm a pain in the ass. We gotta find someone out. So I'd rather really not leave.
You need to turn your
Yeah,
audio clips down again, buddy.
You gotta speak
Where I'd
more
be
monotone,
really
bro.
sad. I will. There'd be a 10-minute period where I'd be inconsolable, though. But after that, find someone else. So,
But yes, we should prepare ourselves tomorrow to or take on this biodome. Maybe get some fresh kills and make sure we're leading the pack out of the gate.
that's a good idea. Gotta be first. So we're not first. We're dead. And
Technically
I
not.
should also use the plant to try to gather information on our competition, such as any powers that they might have, any spells, anything of the sort. So if we do encounter them, we are well prepared.
Yeah, going back, I question being able to trust anything like that the doctor, because the doctor has created pretty much everything here. But regardless, at the end of the day, we're still gonna have to encounter this beast. So we might as well, I guess, talk to the plants or animals in this fucking planet.
It does seem strange, but it can't hurt, I suppose.
And
That's right.
let's be
Regardless,
honest,
something is
who's
going
to
to
say
hurt
they're all
us.
happy?
Yeah, and plants are different than animals. You can't
Go ahead,
train
man.
a plant to be a jerk. Plants are seeds that are grown with love and care. So, meanwhile, an animal can be bred.
Technically,
to be a
animals
killer.
start as seeds that are grown, loved, and cared as well.
Yeah, but in testicles, it's different.
Yeah, I guess.
And they breed through genes, and you can breed
wait.
creatures to be
I
aggressive.
thought that's where the pea
But
was.
Plants.
But seeds can be
He's always stored in the
that's
balls.
the whole thing.
The
It
pea
goes
is
down the
stored in
same
the balls.
hole.
We all know it. We all know where pea is stored.
That's right. It's
We're
on the
all
same
mental
hole.
science.
It's like
I
two
still
different
just
little
think
hoses.
we're overthinking this, and we should just, cross the bridge when we get there in the morning.
What, the pea stored in the balls? No, it's pretty simple, actually.
Yeah, it's just-
like, it works like a giant water balloon down there.
Overthinking, perhaps.
I
I just want to make
agree.
sure that
I
we're
just-
prepared for whatever before we get to it. It's like, oh shit, I wish I would have thought about the fact that we need to cross this water and we have nothing to do that.
Oh, so you're
Don't
talking
worry
about
the
getting
water.
there, and not the
Yeah.
beast.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think-
there's plenty of
yeah, let's
utilities
just-
that we need before we can even think about seeing this thing in person.
I can.
Yeah, we
handle-
figure there's about 3 days before we meet the beast.
And like, I don't know,
I
you-
can
I'm-
handle-
Crick, you got your grill and everything, so it seems like you can cook and whatnot. But do we have like shelter? Do we have like rope and things like that? Do we have just like
I rope.
All right, good. We got rope. Okay. I'm new here, and this whole thing is I feel like I'm a little bit over my head, to be honest with you.
Why do you
Well,
need
that is
ropes for
fair.
sleeping?
For what
Oh,
now?
you can
Dude.
use a rope to carry things.
There's
drag
craglands,
things,
there's-
pull things,
Yeah.
make traps,
Does
tie
anyone have
people
a
up,
tent?
do magic tricks. Lots of things. you
I
can
figure
rope for.
food's taken care of, water's taken care of. We have some rope to help us in the world. I'm not too worried about water right now, but what about shelter? That is a good point. We won't be able to rest unless we have adequate shelter.
Oh, I
Could
don't
probably
sleep.
Just find like a cave or something.
Well, I do have a bedroll for myself. It fits pretty much just myself. But we'll have to
I
build our
mean,
shelters every
Sleeping
night.
in the rain doesn't sound fun. I guess we could probably build something.
Yes, we'll basically have to do that. I do have, the ability to build stuff. I'm pretty good in the area, so we'll basically just do our best with what we can find.
So
That's all we
Uh,
can do.
Crick just kind of looks around if there's any plastic or tarps, or I mean, I guess there's all these beds and the linens and
I also have
kind of stuff
torches
like
so we
that.
can see at nighttime.
Is there
if
anything
we're
that's
moving
potentially
at night.
waterproof in this room?
Potentially. I mean, like, what are you trying to put together, or what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to make a tent. I'm just trying to make a tent.
Yeah, I mean, as you like begin to look around, flip up the mattress and stuff. I mean, everything in here seems like it's like built into everything. The only like fabric or loose things that you could grab are strictly off of the mattress and the beds themselves. Nothing seems like it's like waterproof though to you.
All right.
And then
well,
of course the
I-
black orb on the ceiling kind of scans around as you're looking around at all this.
I think to your point, Langston, we might just have to be poignant with being near caves or someplace we can sleep.
I think that's probably our best bet.
Amen.
And Manto, I'm not sure if we ever landed on any sort of spells for you or anything, but I am capable of casting Cure Wounds or Lesser Restoration or Spiritual Weapon, if any of those intrigued you. Or Remove
I can also
Curse.
cast Cure Wounds as well now, which is useful. I think we should all be able to cure each other.
Langston
needed.
is just putting his hands together like, thank you.
And I'm thinking, well, that's why I have Langston, Lurk.
He
Yeah,
looks over
okay.
at
Can't
Langston.
hurt
Langston, do
more.
you make any sort of like...
This is the face you get once he's like, well, we have Langston. I'm just. Sure do, buddy.
He looks over at Langston and realizes what he's doing. But maybe lighten the load off of him just a little bit could be helpful. Being a spellcaster is tiring, and you can only do so much throughout the day that if you help lessen the load of that just slightly, it might offset in
Yeah,
a place where, like, you really need him to do something big.
And Crick's already given him like 3 loads already. Remember that time he needed to save his life? It was like, "Wah!" So I don't
Yeah.
know how many more loads he can take.
Don't worry, Manto. I can make sure you're safe. As you just see, like, a little thing just kind of crawl out of his mouth and roll crawl on the other side.
I feel protected. I have
You
Crick
safe?
now too, Lurk.
We're good. We'll be safe.
Looks over at Langston, kind of just shrugs his shoulder up. Sounds good to me, Manto.
No, but Langston, I did like your idea.
of the protection from energy.
I just realized you guys didn't see my insight roll I did on Langston. It was a natural 20, but yeah.
Wow.
That's why I'm just.
Yeah.
20.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
like-
So I'll just get that into my hand and just like throw it in. So use that as you need to.
What
For the
level
duration
is
and
that?
3rd level.
Okay, so I get 1.
So I mean that would be
How many
the
levels
best
do you
thing
have in that thing?
I think it's 3.
I think your thing has 4, Luke.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Wait, do you still have shield in there? Did you ever use that?
Yeah, I used that a long time ago. And then I loaded up with hold person.
Okay.
You got a level 1 spell that I can throw in there.
I mean, if you want something, I can give you a guiding bolt. That's just imagine holy lightning. It's the closest thing we have to the destructive tendencies you're craving.
Would a healing word work as well?
Or a healing word if you want to help us when we're down and out. You know, it's kind of my
I think
go-to.
that would
It's a
make
personal favorite.
Ulrich happy.
Just yeah, for sure. Okay. Do you final call? Healing word going once, going twice.
Yeah, no, it's healing word sold.
Healing word, and I'll whisper to the stone. Thank you. As my healing word, and I'll put it in the stone for him.
Nice. And that was 3rd level, you said, or did you do 4th?
So I did
healing
protection
word.
from energy is the 3rd, and then healing word would be the 1st.
Cool,
So
cool, cool.
He's got 2 spells stored in the
Beautiful.
All right.
As you guys are just
Well, and
discussing
also-
this, you guys notice a little kind of slit opens up on the door that you guys entered in through, and from that, like a little conveyor belt slides out 5 plates. And as you guys approach the plates, you notice that sitting on them is one singular pill, a capsule.
I'm not taking that.
So decent cook, understand nourishment, all that jazz. I'm gonna kind of like undo the pill, use my little chef's tools. I'm gonna break out little detect magic and just kind of break out Richard and just see if I can get any insight on what this pill is. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation with advantage for all that kind of stuff.
all right. Investigation.
Nice.
Lucy 5.
As Crick takes apart one of these capsules, making him inspect it closely, you only inspect it, right? Do you taste it at all, or do you just visually?
I'm not tasting it at this point. Yeah, I'm just visually looking at it.
So you begin to look over it, and you can tell that this is some sort of compound created to give you the sense of a full, 4-course meal, or 3-course meal rather, all within this singular capsule. And within it, you don't get any sense of anything malicious or anything.
I just kind of look at everybody and go, and like, there's like dust on my plate.
Yeah.
And I just. They thought that would fill us up. I kind of pull over to my barbecue, and I just start just sautéing peppers and onions. There's no heavy proteins here, but I just kind of look at everybody and goes, "You can eat the pill if you want," as this just aroma wafts through the room, or you can give me like 10 minutes as I just kind of cook up a meal for everybody.
10 minutes.
Nothing fancy.
Before you said that, I'm looking at the pill and I'm like looking up, but like trying not to look up at everyone. I'm like, oh my god, are they gonna judge me if I take this pill real quick? I mean,
I will not judge you.
I drink a little.
You drink the blood, so this is not that bad.
I'm also thinking this to myself, so you don't hear it. But anyway, and so I'm like, oh god, I drank that blood. They didn't like me doing that. And then as soon as Crick says, you can take the pill, I'm like, oh, thank God. And I just gonna throw pack.
Manto, you toss
Attaboy,
that
Manto.
pill into your mouth. Yeah, go ahead, Langston, real quick.
Because Attaboy Manto, ride the dragon.
Ride it, baby. As you toss that pill in your mouth, first go ahead and make a Constitution save.
His penis begins to rise.
Wait, this is a red pill, not blue.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't blue. And you're right, it was red. As you
Hilarious.
you toss it into your mouth, you kind of anticipate potentially some sort of off-putting effect or whatever, but you're greeted with this delicious mouthful like taste of tomato soup and roast beef, and you're letting it simmer in your mouth for a moment. You're like, is that baked potato? And then it kind of like it keeps on rolling, taking you down this like roller coaster of flavors. You get that base of the soup, and then into the beef and the potato, and then you're like, wait, no fucking way! And you start getting this really sweet taste in your mouth. You're like, that's blueberry pie with ice cream, and literally you just get this full smorgasbord of flavors all in this like 10-15 second span. And as the pill dissolves fully, you feel completely full, nourished, and ready to go.
Guys, take the pill. If I do say so
Well,
myself.
Quick, keep cooking. I take the pill and I pocket it. So I can have it later. I'll put it in my ration.
All right.
So now I have some meal for tomorrow. And real quick, I
Oh,
try to
that was
think
smooth.
back to that river we have to cross. Was there anything above it that perhaps something like a grappling hook could reach with a 50-foot reach?
Make a survival check real quick. Let's see if you can remember something about the surrounding areas. Manto, I sent you a private message.
You know.
nice.
Survival.
So you saw, as I've described, there's the grasslands and leads you to the forest, and after the forest is this wide river. Like, imagine, like, kind of like the Mississippi River kind of like deal, like extremely wide. Like, it takes, you can't just like simply swim across it kind of thing. But as you recall this, you remember the edge of the woods far in the distance, like kind of from where the spire is, leads off to rocky lands, mountains, and you saw a kind of like a rushing waterfall by the mountains over there at the edge. So, Rampu, you can kind of put together that at the edge of the forest, quite far from, if you guys were to just go straight through the grasslands and everything, you could go up the mountain over the river there and potentially, mitigate it in some capacity in that way.
I would share that with the team. Guys, I have a feeling, and I look over at Crick, who's just a giant clunk of metal, that swimming across is not an option, so we should go up and around. And a little mountain / waterfall is the way. So that's the route I recommend taking.
I mean, do you think
I know what I
putting
can-
water would help?
Ooh,
I
well,
do
I'm
have-
sure. But I also think take the high ground would be useful, because then we can spot creatures and the other teams, and if anybody's in the water while we're up there, messing with them would only be beneficial to us. So controlling the water will definitely come in handy. But I do definitely think we should take the high ground, at least to see what's going on up there.
Do you think that it'll maybe put us out too much time, though? Like, we might be... If, it seems like a distance we'd have to go to get around there. It seems like it might be safer in the long run, but... Will it get us an advantage to get there faster? Or... I'm thinking out loud. All ideas are ideas in general, right? Right? We're good?
I hate this guy. Yes, I guess all ideas are Good ideas.
No, I'm just thinking out loud so that we can all.
Yeah, shut up. It's like your idea. Take the credit. Sit down. You're number
I
4
will
now.
say, I wouldn't worry too much about the water. I may have a opportunity for us to briskly move over it.
I know it. I can't fly for about 10 minutes or so that also is useful. And but if Crick has a way, I'm down.
I trust you.
As
I trust you all.
as I'm doing this, I'm cooking everything. And what does Lurk do with his pill?
Lurik, he watches Manto eat his and be all right, but then he sees Rampu and Langston both be a little bit questionable about it as well. And before
No,
even
that
seeing
pocket of
that,
mine.
yes, before seeing you guys being questionable, he already was like, that's not food in his mind, kind of thing. So he's looking at it. He hasn't quite pocketed it or anything yet, but it's he hasn't eaten it either.
All right, so Crick has just a bunch of vegetables, onions, peppers, garlic, a little bit of okra, touch of salt, a little bit of pepper, even some cucumbers and some pickles that he found. It's all on this kind of like hibachi grill. Manto eats his. You guys notice he just kind of like, as he's cooking everything, he's flipping it up, like a fifth of it just kind of falls onto the floor. He's cooking. And then Rampu pockets his pill, and Langston pockets his pill, and you notice another 2 fists just kind of fall on the floor. There's just a little bit left now, and he's just cooking. He's looking at Lunk. He's just cooking.
Wait, what
We
the
do
hell,
have
man?
pill,
I
right?
still want dinner.
Still gonna.
That's why I'm not eating the pill. Oh, you're dead. Why are you putting it on the floor, man?
Just cooking it. And he just kind of notices nothing's happening, and he takes that little pile that's about like half of what he put out, and then he just spreads it out 5 ways. But he doesn't put any I'm sorry, he spreads it out 4 ways. Doesn't give any to himself. But it's significantly smaller than it was before. The rest is on the floor. And he, all right, everybody, eat up. Let's make sure we're ready for tomorrow. And he stares daggers at Manto.
Crick, this is like a bite. How the hell am I gonna be good enough for
Cannot.
tomorrow?
There's lots of antioxidants in it.
There's lots of antioxidants on the floor. What the hell, man?
Thank
Well-
you for the meal, Crick.
Yeah, thank you, Crick.
Looks over at Langston.
Thank you for the
Looks over.
appetizer. Starving now.
Well, I guess there'll be room for breakfast, everybody. He's kind of nodding to himself.
This is delicious, Crick. Thank you so much. He looks back at the pill. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with this. Some things just, you need nature, just not like science and man. I don't know. It's weird.
I lean into
nodding.
Lurk. I'm like, good. You're learning how he operates. Good.
I'm trying.
Good. You're doing great.
He just like, Craig gives his like a little extra piece to Manto, even though Manto like is not hungry. All right, well, I guess after dinner, unless we're ready for bed, maybe we'll have a nice breakfast tomorrow. Kind of looks at everybody.
That'll be
Manto.
super.
I'll take Manto's piece. Yep. Definitely gonna have a much needed breakfast tomorrow. Well, since I'm gonna have to go to bed hungry, might as well hit the hay soon.
Yeah, sounds good. I got the corner over here. You guys get some rest.
Are you
Relax.
sure?
Yeah, no, it's
I
fine.
don't
I was
mind
gonna say, I was gonna say dibs, and I jump on like the biggest one over here, and I push over Lurk, like just boop.
He like jumps up as you're pushing him, like, yeah, I was moving. Don't worry. He kind of gets up and looks back at you, kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And he kind of just gets on past everyone and backs into a corner, kind of slumps down, crosses his arms. You guys get some rest as well. I think we're gonna need it for the morning.
I'm gonna give him my blanket. I'll be like, hey, buddy, come on. If you're gonna be hell-bent on the floor.
I say, look, and if you need a pillow, just take off your shoes, right, and put them under your head, and that works perfectly. And I just turn over on my bed. My nice, fluffy 2 pillows.
Thank you. Speaking of shoes, everyone's got their walking boots and shoes ready for tomorrow?
Duh.
Yes.
Boots ready for walking.
And any sort of things that we might need to equip, attune to, be prepared for, we're good for that?
I actually was gonna mention before bed, I'm going to unattune from the Wand of the War Mage, and I'm attune with the Pearl of Power. So
Which are you tuning to?
back as the Pearl of Power instead
nice.
of the Wand of the War Mage. So
Very nice.
I feel like that might be useful for this.
And note, I do have 1 elixir of health, so in case we are poisoned or something by something, we can take it, but obviously it's just 1, so let's not waste it. And I do have a dust of disappearance as well, if we need to get extra sneaky.
That could come in handy.
That's right. Note, I'm a good hider as well, so I will be using that skill as much as I can. As long as we have
You're the
cover.
best hider in the group, Rampu.
That's right, thank you. Glad for you to admit that. I don't want to say it, but I'm glad you did.
Manto,
Anyway.
are you going to use those wing boots, or should we give them to Lurk?
Oh no.
I don't know if he has room.
Well, depends. Can he do
Not a bad
anything
idea.
special like that?
Well, I guess
'Cause I
the
was
question is, if you need them, I would use them because we're going to be traveling for the next couple days.
Well, I was gonna throw him on, but I mean, I have ways. I don't know if Lurk does.
I don't worry about me. If you want to use them, Manto, please. They're yours.
Oh, you're very right about that. I just don't want you to regret saying that.
And I won't, because I know they're in the right hands. Or feet.
Well, feed.
Really?
Very good. Hey, that's fine with me then.
We're all funny, aren't we?
We're a good group of people.
Okay, alright. So we got that settled then. Yes, we're good. We're good. Thank you for the blanket, Langston. He starts to pull it on over
Yes,
himself.
sir.
That's a little uncomfortable.
Make yourself comfy.
That's
It's all I have. I'm like, do you want the bed? I can sleep. I can sleep on the
Yeah, it's
floor.
fine.
I
It's
really
just
don't mind.
these angles. I might end up fully on the ground. It's fine. It's fine.
Guys, I don't sleep. I sleep in my bed.
You sure?
Well, you just asked, so I
God,
might
will
take
you
it
all
back.
just pick a
Don't
freaking bed already? I'm trying to. I just like roll over.
We were cops on in there. All right. Thank you, Manto. And tosses the blanket over to Langston once again, and then pulls himself on over.
Tight.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
I just stand over Lurk and watch him.
Turns his... Oh. Hi. Manto. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just sleep tight.
I'll
And I
try-
kind
I'll
of just like
try.
scratch my. I just kind of like scratch my horn a little bit from a little knob in my head.
Yeah, those are something.
Oh my god, I forgot you. Too.
All right, so everyone's going to sleep here. I assume we've covered all the night's plannings and everything.
Yep.
All right, beautiful. As you all
Do I notice any like parallel bars in like or any pipes that are just kind of like going across the ceiling?
Yeah, not like that there's any like a kind of gap in between, but they're like tightly flush against the ceiling. Like they kind of like spread out. Um, like almost like a path on the ceiling there.
That's it.
All right. So Manta, or I'm sorry, just like to refresh me, you don't sleep at all. You just like you go into like a stasis though, right? Kind of like thing, like a meditative kind of like
I
state,
just
whatever.
I can, but I don't need sleep.
Okay.
But I just kind of like I would just sit there and just ponder everything that we're about to go into.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm probably leaning up against what was formerly my bed, now Lurik's. I'm like, it's almost morning. We're getting there. We're gonna kill this fucking beast.
All right. So
I wonder if I'm gonna get horns.
as Manto kind of just does non-strenuous tasks throughout the evening, just kind of watching you guys a little bit, not getting any shut eye himself. Langston, you're asleep in the evening here.
Oh man.
You close your eyes and enter that dark place of sleepy time, but you don't seem to ever leave that dark place, as you find yourself kneeling in this empty chapel with your mother's scarf around your neck, but also you kind of pull it off and clutch it into your hands. As you do, you realize that it's soaked red and dripping. And behind the altar, you see these shadows that kind of bloom into hooded figures. And one steps a bit closer to you, and you hear a voice. And it's oddly familiar, a voice that you haven't heard in 20 plus years, perhaps. Your father's. Why worship beauty when blood is truth? And you see this kind of shadowy hood figure raise a blade, curved and ritualistic, and behind him a congregation chants Baal's name in this kind of wet, meaty unison. And as you grab onto your scarf, your holy symbol, it crumbles into ash. And your father approaches, and you can't move, and he presses that blade into your chest and smiles. You were born for sacrifice. And
Okay, cool. So still holding me to unreasonable expectations. Incredible.
Craig, do you sleep tonight?
I mean, I think I kind of go like a nerd, but yeah, I do whatever it is that I do. I gotta figure what the fuck that is.
That's fine. No, yeah, you kind of like put yourself in this like sleep state, like a computer in itself or whatever. And in that sleep state, there's like kind of this purgatory of like darkness, like when one closes their eyes, and you can almost maybe start to sense like colors and waves of energy in that kind of sense, but nothing like solid or anything like that. But finally, these forms start to take shape, and you find yourself back in these dark metal corridors of this strange alien-like ship. Chains rattle above and below and all around you, and you can hear slaves scurry like insects. And a voice a bit too close kind of croons like syrup, thick and dripping. My little deer tick, you ran far. And from the shadows lumbers a swollen creature of glittering eyes, golden rings, and a writhing mouth. And he exhales, and this air reeks of perfume and rot. You know what I hate, Crick? Unpaid debts. And behind him, these other kind of alien snake eel-like creatures giggle. One winds a key, and your own body starts to move without your will toward an auction block. And Rampu, and this evening, as you find yourself in sleep, swimming through the darkness of your dreams, your nightscapes. You find yourself in this boundless black sea, wading in there, swimming. The water is silent, not quiet, but void-like. There's no current, no sound, no stars above, just this pressure, just endless crushing pressure. And then something pulses in the dark below you. A massive lidless eye opens beneath you. Its iris the size of a city. And as it sees you, you can tell it smiles as it kind of squints upwards. And your limbs in this moment, in this cold water, stop moving. And a voice like 1,000 clicking barnacles speaks out to you. Return to the womb, little morsel. We've missed your taste. As tentacles begin to rise up, the water turns to ink, and you sink, sink, sink. And I need the three of you guys to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh,
I don't wanna.
boy.
I don't wanna.
So not me.
Not you.
Hilarious.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Hell of an evening.
Can I
Okay.
lucky that?
With-
Sure. I'll let you lucky it.
With
And I'm gonna
me,
D4 plus
sitting-
4 it. So 5.
with
Yeah,
me
Manta.
sitting there not having to sleep, would I notice them having any sort of disturbances?
We'll tell with this roll. Let's see.
Wait, does guidance work on saves or no?
You wouldn't be able to do guidance on this.
I got 10.
Worth a shot.
So 10 is what you rolled, Rampu?
Yep.
Crick was your
See.
total?
7 plus 5. 7. Or no, what's mine? Oh, 10 plus 5. 15.
Okay. So, Manto, you would notice a little bit of twitching from Langston and Crick. Crick is kind of completely motionless, and then all of a sudden starts to act like almost like a toy soldier. His arms at the joint starts to just kind of robotically move around like this, just kind of slightly, nothing too intense or anything. Kind of like a dog wagging in their sleep a little bit kind of thing. But Rampu, as you're looking over at him, as his little bit of movement happening, you notice he chokes on air.
He chokes on air or I choke on air?
Rampu, you do. Yeah, you're sleeping right now. So
So I noticed that.
yes.
Okay.
And Rampu, you, as you're gasping for air, you feel yourself soaked, weighted down heavy. Your skin feels waterlogged, every movement sluggish, as if you're trying to pull free from this thick ocean. And again, as you're choking in that silence, you hear another deep, echoing heartbeat that isn't your own. But as Manto, do you do anything in this moment?
Yeah, would it just be that kind of one little or is it a little continuous?
It's a continuous thing.
Yeah, I would notice something's up, and I get on him, and I smack him across the face.
There's other avenues you can take it. You can shake him first. Directly
Feel his
smacking
feet.
him.
As Manto shakes, gets you up, tries to do whatever he can, that echoing heartbeat begins to fade out, and you get pulled up as if your face is getting lifted up out of the water. So you feel that weights, pulling and splashing off of you. And as you come up, awake in this sterile space here, not in a dark water, you can't help but feel as if something has marked you almost.
Could I feel as if perhaps this could be the creature using its powers against me already?
Make either an Arcana or an Investigation check.
Let's go. Which one am I better? Set Arcana or Investigation? Yeah, they're both shit, so let's go with that.
13. Yeah, it's extremely unsettling. You've never had a nightmare like this before. Part of you thinks, like, from everything you've learned in, that hologram message and everything, the distance in which it has that sheer power over, there's a possibility that this thing is already, leeching into your guys' minds. Or attempting to, at least.
And you said I'm awake at this point, right?
Yeah. I would say this is almost, as Manto pointed out before I started saying all this stuff, it's about morning. You guys were almost about to be waking up regardless in this time. It is, yours, Rampu, is cut a little short. So, like, what I was about to say is, like, you all, in this moment, begin to wake up. Langston and Crick as well begin to get up. But you don't feel fully rested. I mean, your muscles are aching, your mind feels a little bit frayed, and like I said, you feel as if something has seen you.
I look at Manto as he wakens me, and I just say, I have a bad feeling about this.
Dude, I thought I was gonna have to put my mouth on your mouth.
Ugh. Hopefully that's the worst of it.
Good morning, though.
Oh God, I'm exhausted. Hopefully Crick doesn't throw our breakfast on the floor too.
Speaking of
I
that,
need it.
I look over. Is he still doing the toy soldier thing?
He's stopped doing that, and actually, at about this moment, after doing that toy soldier movement, you notice his eyes begin to flicker open a bit, and Langston seems to begin to move around a bit as well.
Yeah, I would like, when I notice that, I would like kind of like scurry over to him, and I'm like looking at him, like I'm like probably a half a foot away from his face, like examining him.
Yeah. Do you want to make like a perception check or investigation check or something?
I would wait till like he kind of snaps out of it, but yeah, like that's kind of like the gist of what I was getting at.
Crick kind of, I'd imagine when this, like, kind of, like I said, his eyes begin to flicker open, and you do have this, you recall this eerie nightmare that you had, potentially a past or alternate future or something like that.
What the fuck were you and Rampu doing last night?
I imagine that was Big Gino in the.
Yeah, you're not sure. It was some sort of, being of malevolence, but yeah, or benevolence, or malevolent. Yeah.
So I would just
Evil.
look at Manto, and like I wake up, you're standing in front of me, and you go, "What were you and Rampo doing, or Rampu doing?" And I kind of look over at Rampu, look back at you. Did others have a bad night?
God, it was awful.
Rampu did. And then I would then
That was
scurry
so
over
bad.
to Langston. Is he like starting to wake up?
Yes, at this moment. Yeah, and he's got I'd imagine, Langston, I won't speak for you, but your scarf.
Absolutely. And my scarf is like white knuckled in my hands, like I'm squeezing it for dear.
Yeah, so I would again.
I'm just like.
Yeah, in your hands,
Yeah,
Langston.
so
Before you start, real quick, man. If you feel that dampness still slightly, but as you look down, it's dry, but still something is unsettling about that.
So then I'd be like 6 inches away from his face, and I'm like looking over my shoulders. What the fuck is going on?
Not, wakes up to you.
Not a great dream.
Is everyone okay? Everyone's okay? We're all alive.
Juicy.
Oh God.
That was insane.
Why am I the only one that didn't have anything?
You didn't sleep.
I was gonna say, did you sleep?
Oh no, I never do.
There you go, buddy.
Well,
I
be more
think
like
we
me.
might have been marked. If this creature truly has psionic powers, maybe it's reaching out to the ones that are hunting it.
Oh my god, this thing has a radius you couldn't even believe.
Well, thanks for giving away my position, guys.
Well,
Oh, yeah, this is our fault now?
For what it's worth, I told it you weren't here. So I just kind of looking around aimlessly.
Thank you. I think you guys just need to drink a little bit more blood.
I don't
You're
think
a little
that. If
anemic.
you say
You're a little
blood and
anemic.
I grab my scarf even tighter, I'm like, don't even talk about that.
Lurk, you doing all right over there?
I'm a little shaken. I'm gonna be honest with you. That kind of like feels himself. That was too real. We were out in the Craglands, or some sort of rocky lands. I'm assuming it's the Craglands here. And behind you, Manto, this colossal shape appeared, and I mean, claws,
Did I write
tusk, teeth, and I just heard a voice in the back of my head. Maybe it was Torm, I don't know. Just reminding me that I swore to guard you all, and I went to try to help it. I lunged in it. Just ravaged and stampeded and destroyed, and its eyes, the crimson eyes. You see, he's really ragged right now. You can tell there's almost like a weight that looks like it's pulling down on him.
Also, keep in mind, notice I took the pill last night and you guys decided not to. Could be part of it as well.
I think also you didn't sleep.
Yeah, but that's also a factor, potentially.
I mean,
I feel
I
like
can't get the sound of your guys' screams out of my mind.
What does Rampoos sound like? Yeah, I thought so.
that's about right, actually.
Oh, Captain, my captain.
Crix was like,
But you guys just never heard it. I never get scared.
I am quite horny.
What?
But hold on, going back to you, Lurik, were you able to remember? Not that I want you to remember what you went through last night, but are you able to remember what the Craglands looked like?
I mean, vaguely, yeah. I could see these tall spires, not too far in the distance, but I mean, massive. And I could feel and see the energy of the lightning crackling between them, and there's these crystalline structures all along the facade of the cave, or the mountain where the cave was that this being came from.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pretty like scarring, but you know, for the sake of trying to find the beast, you might want to remember that.
Yeah.
As for Langston, unfortunately we didn't get around to it last night, but attempting to scry the beast. I think maybe now that y'all are, well, so we think, marked from him, her, whatever it is, maybe that gives us an advantage on figuring it out.
Good. We also still have the Mia, which we could use. I just would need to be the one using it, so I can.
Well,
take some of my stuff in,
you know,
because I don't have a lot of those, and I'd like to use them when situations are dire.
you know, it's funny you bring up the mirror. You know, I thought it'd be really cool to be able to fly in this area, so I decided to pocket the mirror. You can scry though.
Yeah.
I can.
It's kind of taxing to scry. From my understanding of clerics back at home.
Yeah, it is, and I would much rather keep my resources for now. If we get closer and we are no nonsense, we don't know where this thing is, I've got no problem with it. But we know the general area we need to get to, at least. I don't think there's any benefit in burning it now if we know where
Well, that's
it's
what I'm
at.
saying. Assuming that it takes 2 to 3 to 4 days to get to the beast, our best bet's at least doing it today.
Well,
I'll stoop.
maybe it's something we do at the end of the day.
That's
I
fine.
was
wasn't
considering,
saying that we
there's no. If we're resting in the evening, just relaxing, you can take the time to, forget about the shoes, get your energy back, equated to the mirror again, do what you got to do, and then once again, put the mirror away and put the shoes back on, right?
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
That's
I
good.
don't think there's
Yeah.
no reason to do it until the end of the day.
pretty
Like-
smart.
They're reasonable.
All right, before we,
Well-
get everything going, I feel really unsettled about this. I would love if we could all come together in prayer real quick.
Oh God, are you serious?
I'm very serious, Rampu. This is deadly stuff.
We've made it through other deadly stuff. Who do you even pray to? He prays to Saluna.
I'm sorry.
Or
Do you
Selena.
Place to torn.
that nightmare that you just had sounded like it almost pulled you in with it. This is stuff we're dealing
yeah.
with beyond our understanding, and all I can ask for is God to please help us.
Do you think God is gonna help us?
I think we could use all the
Listen.
God's helps.
I'm blank staring Rampu right now, knowing my goddess has helped us, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
yes, I do. Like full crick demeanor of just like, yeah.
Listen, it wasn't a God helping me when my entire crew was washed away into destruction. It took me to swim my ass off to make it out. And the Stormbreakers here are gonna make it on their own. It's gonna be loud.
So your party, your crew was devastated by a storm?
That's right. That's how I ended up meeting these guys. Well, I kind of met them before, and we all survived. It's the whole thing. Anyways, we're out of time for this right now.
Okay.
Point being, we made it this far on our own with grit and determination. And I haven't prayed this far. Now, if the crew wants to pray, go ahead. But
Looks around at everyone. Does anyone have any objections? I'm going to regardless.
yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. I'm not anti your religion. Do your thing. I just don't feel like going to you. Praying to whoever the hell you pray to.
Lurk, before you start, Rampu, whatever you just went through last night, it's not like it could make it any worse. If anything, it's either going to do nothing or it's going to benefit you. And I'm not forcing you to do it or not, but I'm just saying, have a little bit more of an open mind.
Thanks, but no thanks. I do have something that can help me, and I actually I'm gonna go check to see if hold on.
Yeah, so everyone else, I'm sorry. You guys can take a long rest, of course. Rampu, you take a long rest, but we'll talk about some other things that come with that. But yeah, if you guys need to swap out any spells, go ahead and do that as well.
Let me finish doing that real quick. I think there's one other thing I wanted to put in my inventory.
Rampu, you sounded like you had something teed up. Exciting.
Yes, I'm thinking. Would something like this, would detect magic be able to do anything in this situation? Like,
Well, from my
Feel like I'm
understanding,
cursed.
kind of, I that's not something I'm capable of doing. I'm not sure if Langston or Crick are able to, but I think it only covers a small distance, and only like kind of like if things had spells cast on it. I think.
because I do have the power to detect it. I just don't know if it's useful in this situation.
Well,
No, Captain.
Well-
I know as a captain you feel as if you have to be within control, but just put your trust in Lurk, a good friend of ours, who, putting our best interest in front of his at this moment.
This
try
is
and
not a magic church sermon. You guys go ahead and pray.
Mhm.
If it does anything help you, maybe I'll join you. But
Thank you, Manto and Rampu.
your thing.
So, you guys just want to gather in around. Don't need to feel like you need to do anything special or anything. You see, he kind of takes his mace and holds it within his hands, kind of with purpose. He lowers his head a bit and says, Lord Torm, Hand of Righteousness, I called to you before we cross into the Crucible. Watch over these souls, Manto, Crick, Langston, even Rampu, as they brave what no just heart should face alone. Let duty guide our blades, let courage steady our hearts. If darkness hunts us, let us shine so fiercely it recoils. If we fall, may it be on our feet, standing together. And if we prevail, let it not be just for glory, but for the right to walk in light once more. He grips a little bit tighter now. He looks up. Grant us strength to protect. Grant me strength to protect. And grant them strength to endure. Thank you, Torm.
Thank you, Torm.
That was beautiful.
And
feel
as
like a new man.
soon as you guys, he does this prayer, boom, the floor underneath of you begins to shake a little bit. You start to feel
What the hell?
these tremors.
What the hell? Oh my god! Oh my god!
This never happened before.
What the hell, man?
What type of power do you have?
You just prayed and the
my
ground
eyes roll in
starts
the back
shaking.
of
Oh
the
my
head.
god!
Let
Oh
it
my
back
god!
in.
What the? Manto, no! Manto, don't you dare go for the chalice!
And then I start laughing. Yeah, that was me. I gotcha. You're God. Hilarious. And then all of a sudden I do tremors again and the ground starts shaking again.
It's not Alright. Kind of funny, Whatever,
Hey,
Rambo.
come on.
Cool.
What's up?
Yeah,
What's
okay.
up? That was pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. I thought maybe we had something there special.
Yeah, well, it was pretty special. You should see the look on your face. That was special. Oh, that belief. Oh man, that felt great. Yeah, you're right. Prayer definitely makes me feel better.
As
Thank you,
you're
guys.
finishing that sentence, you guys hear this blaring sound of a siren go off. Like a beep, 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 and then a long droning kind of like siren kind of sound after that. And with that, the hydraulic lift of the door releases and opens up, and you hear that mechanical kind of computerized voice come over the comm system once again. Dear adventurers, the Great Hunt is set to commence in 5, 4, 3,
Oh,
2,
let's go time.
1. Please make your way to the grasslands and proceed. Good luck.
And I look at Crick. Crick, any breakfast? What the hell?
Well, I think it's time to go as I produce like 6 hard-boiled eggs. Just like out of the backpack, pre-cooked.
Is that good, Barry?
This will be a quick
Okay.
snack, maybe to
Plenty of
lunch.
protein.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. But then what's everybody else gonna eat? Just kidding. And I take mine.
Ulrich goes up behind Crick after Rampo grabs him. Dragons lay eggs too, and then just goes away, just leaving you with that little bit of information.
My male dragon.
Everybody notices they're a little bigger than a normal hard-boiled egg. But
No?
Crick does anything. They're just going. So,
Ooh.
I guess we have to start. As I kind of look to the door. Shall we?
To the grasslands.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go. And Lorik begins to run out the door and lead you guys back through the geodesic dome. And as you guys go through there, you see the opening right to the grasslands, a panel on the opposite side from where you guys are currently. And no Dr. Sardonicus or anyone around or anything, but you do notice these kind of drone whirling kind of mechanical like birds flying overhead, chirping every now and then. But the panel of the geodesic dome of the inside of, let me see if I have that interior picture once again for you guys, opens on up on the opposite side and gives you guys a portal, an entrance rather, to the grasslands. It would be like over yonder, but Doctor isn't here.
Are there other like people going through the portal right now? 'Cause
You
they're, like, we
don't
never
see
really met
anyone.
any of the other crews. Yeah, we never really met anybody else, right?
Nope, you sure did not. It seemed like everyone was kind of stationed in separate kind of areas, potentially for, purposeful reasons, keep you guys all separated.
Because you got to keep them separated. Okay.
Lorik looks around. I guess now's the time, right?
Well, it sure is. I look around and I try to see if we can see if anybody else has been here before already, or if it's just like, or if it's like literally if we're just at different areas or around, or if it's just people have been released before us already.
Yeah, go ahead and make a investigation check.
Investigation.
8, nice.
Jesus.
As you guys are going on through here, a little bit frazzled, and you, Rampu, especially you, actually, I should have had you on this one. You notice that your senses are a little bit dulled right now. Your mind's feeling a little bit heavy. You're very tired from the nightmare that you had just a few hours ago in your sleep. And with that, unfortunately, you are going to be having some disadvantage on some of your checks here. As you just seem like you're a little too groggy and sloggy right now.
Yeah, well, that's useless. Well, let's keep it moving.
All right.
Yes, to the Craglands.
The grasslands first, but yes.
Grasslands first, and then we have to make our way.
Yes, yes. All right. So as you guys go through that doorway, then, and make your way into the starting of the grasslands themselves, you step beyond the shadow of the dome, and the whole terrain kind of opens up like a false memory to you guys. Rolling fields of silver green grass swaying, despite the absence of wind. The stalks pulse faintly with this kind of internal light, almost like veins carrying a soft, unnatural heartbeat. And as I mentioned, in addition to like the kind of flying, little drones overhead watching you guys, in the distance, you guys can also see these massive kind of flying kind of creatures, quite far away and whatnot. But the shimmering heat kind of hangs low across the field, as those drones watch overhead, and the hunt has begun. But something tells you, especially Rampu, perhaps you're already being hunted.
Well, shall we? As Crick just kind of starts marching forward.
Let's do it. And I start making our way out.
Alright, you guys begin to walk through this grassland, and as I mentioned, seems to sway a bit.
That's so cool.
Although
That's so cool.
there's no wind here present at all, and you see in the distance, quite far from you, the woods, the forest that you guys need to traverse to, up ahead to the north, past because the woodlands is. Imagine, if you will, like the fields, the grass fields that you guys are in currently. They extend in every which direction in which you can see, and the grasslands the forest lands borders that land, but all the way to the north of the forest, you can see the craglands beyond the forest extends around and reaches up there, which is kind of what Rampu was pointing out the night prior about where, that waterfall and everything potentially could have been for you guys to, if that was a plan. But definitely, if you were to keep going straight, it would be the quickest, most direct route.
Is there any tracks that we see, like, kind of to Rampu's piece before, like, has there been like an exodus from this area, or as I kind of look around, is there other like biomes out in the areas where other people would have come from?
Make a survival check.
Survival. Nice.
Crick gets down into the dirt and starts observing microscopic levels of the dirt to see if he can check for any signs of any sort of movement or anything in here. And he's going like an inch every 30 seconds as he's observing this. And at this kind of scale, Crick, you're not catching much at all. You see a couple of
I'm in tight.
Yeah, exactly.
Rick, I don't think there's anything there, buddy.
To be fair, there is something right there, as I point to like a grain of dirt. But I guess it's not going to help.
Yeah, I don't think this is the move right now.
So real quick, roll a d10 for me, actually.
My rolls have been shit, so someone else do it.
I'll do it. 7.
Thank you. Continue.
See something. I don't want to use that just yet. So we got to note that I said I have a weird feeling that this creature has us marked, almost like the way that I mark someone when I cast my hunter's mark on them. I'm able to kind of where they're at for a while. So I don't know. We just gotta know that we're probably being watched and try to maybe use it to bait the creature in some way.
Well, you're the master, Rambo.
Well, the first thing I would say, right now we're in open fields, so let's get somewhere where we can get some cover. But once we find the right environment, where perhaps somewhere that's a bowl-like setting, somewhere we can trap the creature, and we'll use it to come to us.
All right. Well, let's get out of this grassland, I think.
Let's do it.
We kind of barge forces. So you said like all these trees are moving though, but there's no wind.
Correct.
As I get up to this first tree, can I see what the fuck the deal is with it?
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check.
Can I like put my hand on it? Yeah.
Nature.
Nature. 15.
Nice. All right, with a 15. As you are sitting here and observing this tree, you put your hand up to it and you're watching it. It sways and goes back and forth. And you can tell that this isn't of God's creation kind of thing, unless you call a mad scientist or something like that a god in their own right. This is definitely created by man, although it's incredibly realistic to the touch and to the appearance. but you notice something, Crick, as you observe it for maybe 30 seconds or so. It seems to almost like glitch back into place, almost like it recycled through a movement, like animation, almost kind of thing.
It's kind of like I've got like my hand on the trunk as it's moving. And I just kind of notice the same rhythmic pattern. I just go, I think all of this movement is set up. And I'm gonna kind of just again look around the planescape. Like we're the only thing we can see besides these weird trees, right?
Why don't you make a perception check? With a 14, as you guys are looking around out here, you don't see any other, any other competitors in your guys' eyesight quite yet.
And like we left the dome like minutes after the alarm, right?
It was relatively quickly.
Yeah. Okay. So like, and I would think you couldn't sprint across this grassland in the amount of time we left since the horn, right?
That would be a good assumption, yeah.
Okay. All right. So everyone must be coming from severely different directions. Just kind of looking around the grassland. I think we may need to just keep on keeping on.
That's a good idea. And once we get to a certain point where we can stop better, because I don't like being in this open field, I can fly up into the sky. Since I can only use that once a day, really. And take a look to see if I can spot the other teams or anything. But real quick, Nate, do I feel like have exhaustion or anything like that right now after my
Not exactly exhaustion after that. I did let you essentially get the full long rest. It's just you're gonna have disadvantage. And well, I guess it kind of is like exhaustion at that level then. Because exhaustion level 1 is just disadvantage on all ability checks, right?
Cool, because that would be actually great. If so.
Sure. Yeah, you have exhaustion. Sure.
So in that case, now I'm feeling all, I'm looking all shitty. I'm like, okay, guys, I need to shake this off. 1 second. And I start singing, shake it off. And I start like dancing around. That's like my happy dance. And I'm using tireless to reduce an exhaustion level by 1. I get to use 2 of those a day. That is 1. 2 of those per long rest, I mean.
Nice. I'm sorry, do you actually have to use that during a short rest? I think that might be a thing. Confirm if I'm wrong.
Oh, it is whenever if I finish the short rest. You're right. So
sorry.
I don't do that.
Very cool to know.
Who's just dancing and everybody just looks at him.
Oh, I'm tired
Feel
still.
himself.
Indeed.
Hey.
Shake it off, Rampu. You still look a little tired, though.
Gotta keep it loose.
That was about as efficient as praying. Am I right? Am I right? Look around, look. Oh, yeah, your face, priceless. Anyways, yeah, let's keep moving. I probably drew too much attention.
We'll add, Crick, with that nature check as well, as you observe the tree and everything, you notice the animation of it kind of shift and whatnot. You observe other trees doing a similar kind of thing. But grass, as you kind of turn around, you notice behind you, shifting as well, as all the grass around here is, but you kind of hear and sense this kind of faint pop and like a shimmer through that as well, and it doesn't seem to have the same kind of, to you, like resetting animation kind of vibe.
So the grass is different.
It seems like a specific area.
I kind of mentioned to everybody, this all seems generated, except maybe there's a glitch over there. Like where's the area? Is it?
It's kind of like behind where Manto and Lyric are standing.
Okay. Maybe I kind of slowly meander my way back there. to kind of go to like like I don't go in the glitching area, but I like kneel right. I'm assuming there's like a clear edge between the normal grass and this glitching grass, and I kind of start to. Do I have anything?
Well, before you, get any further,
Yeah.
I'll explain a little bit more that what you see here is like it's not following a sort of pattern or anything, but it actually almost seems like the movement of the grass here almost is like circling around you guys.
Is it moving?
Yeah, exactly.
Like towards us?
No, you just see like constantly like almost like a wave, like of like movement goes around you guys.
Oh, it goes around us.
Correct. Yeah.
Is it circling us?
Exactly.
I kind of mentioned that swiftly to everyone, and guys, as the grass is going around in a circle, we need to stay away from that. As I point to it, make sure everybody notices this kind of like I imagine it's like a spiral that's getting closer to us.
Precisely.
We need to go. As I
Oh.
kind of start pushing people away from the circle.
And as Crick calls that out, suddenly a coiled, translucent, centipede-like form emerges, bursting out of the ground behind Manto and behind Rampu, leaving dirt and grass spraying into the air. As you guys can see, their massive. Let me send their image to the game log. Massive mandibles and legs clacking and clickering in your guys' directions. It spits out this kind of distorted kind of energy. As I need everyone to roll initiative.
Jesus Christ!
At least you weren't
good news,
surprised.
we took 20 steps.
Yeah. No, you made it far enough.
Oh wait, with Crick's thing, if we're within a certain radius, we get advantage.
Oh
don't
yeah,
we?
everybody's advantage. Yep. If you are within 30 feet of me, you have advantage. So I did an 18. I think everybody's 30 feet.
Doesn't matter for Langston, because you know damn well I will never roll above a 10.
Yeah, but Langston,
Except
I can't
Rampo.
see that
Rampo's
roll.
got
it's what you
30 feet.
rolled on your thing, Langston. Your D10.
Is it? Oh, you're right. Wait, did I roll a d10?
Whoever rolled the D10 for me was what got this encounter.
It was you.
Let me put on some combat music for y'all. Do I need to change anyone's ability scores? Or what's it called? Initiatives.
Yeah, it took my second. It took my 18.
Luke, you good?
Manto, you gotta roll a second one.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, let me. Lurk needs to roll.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's
Yep,
see
yep,
if he
yeah. You
gets
went 6-11. Yeah.
19 for Lurk. Alright, so that means Rampu is up first as this one burst out of the ground behind you. You're luckily not surprised because Crick gave you guys all a heads up about these circling centipedes. As you see this massive thing with this, like I mentioned, a kind of like this transparent kind of chitinous armor on its outside, about 20 feet long, reaching up towards you. What do you do?
This thing, let me see. It's 5 feet away from me. Is the ruler accurate here?
The ruler's
if I
accurate, but no,
move,
it's like at least 10 feet away from you. I'll put the grid on so you guys can actually see. But yeah.
Awesome. So first things first, I'm gonna move back. Almost my full minute. I'm gonna move back about 10 feet here, and I'm gonna bonus action cast Hunter's Mark on this one,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take a shot at it with my assassin's longbow.
All right, so
brother.
you were within 10 feet of it though, and being a creature of its size does have the reach to be able to still opportunity attack you. So as you try to run away from it quickly, it still reaches out to you with a claw.
Oh, god damn it!
But it misses. So go ahead.
Cool.
Wait,
Well, I
that's a
missed
plus
anyways.
2 to hit? I don't know why this is +2, but it did roll the +7. Okay, cool.
That's
It's
plus
a
7.
+7.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I will take another shot at it.
Go for it.
And nah, I'm not gonna waste the lucky yet. Nat 20, motherfucker!
God
Yay!
damn.
I'm back. I'm back, baby.
If it's anyone, it's Rampu.
It's gonna be the Dookie. And don't forget, it's got Hunter's Mark on that bitch.
Jesus
Which
Christ.
I think is already in there. Let me see.
The D4 should be taken off though, so take that off your thing.
So the 2 is off. Yes, sir.
So we got 8 plus 8, so 16 plus 4 is 20. Plus 2 and 6 is 28.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice hunter's mark for Rampu as he runs away, dodges underneath the scraping limb of that giant centipede, and it turns around, marks it, misses a shot, but then finds a spot in between its armored carapace where it just completely, you get this beautiful hit on it, and
I'll move back a little more, and that's my turn.
amazing. All right, Lurik is up now then, with this one right behind him and Manto. He he's a little intimidated by this right now. Manto, you can tell he's kind of gripping onto the mace similarly to how he was at the end of his prayer, seeming like he might be doing a little prayer to himself right now as he goes and just starts screaming and running at this thing with his mace. And let's see what he does. A 19 will hit, and we'll do the second one. A 10 will miss, but with 2 hands, that's a D10 plus 2. And then... Nice. Yeah, as he strikes with this mace into this creature, you guys notice this blaring radiant light extends out from the head of the mace and seems to crack into this creature and does some nice damage to him as it's now Crick's turn.
All right, so so they're still kind of standing right there. So Crick just sees this guy in front of Manto, and he just he sprints through, and as he sprints through the two of them, he hits his defense matrix right before he gets to him, and the subtle pressure just kind of splits him just a little bit, knocks him off guard as he runs clear through and just punches this thing right in the face.
Nice.
With 1, 13.
Miss.
That hits. 18.
18 hits.
18 hits. That's going to be 6 damage. And now it's got disadvantage on everybody but me. And I hit my defense matrix, so that's...
As you strike into him with
10.
your thunder gauntlet and your thunderous energy, usually convulses and makes these kind of creatures and monsters, humanoids, whatever, convulse and shake with this thunderous pain. It doesn't seem to have the same effect on this guy. Your punch still hurts him, but the thunder energy doesn't seem to. As much, at least. Anything else for you, Crick?
That's action and bonus action, and then I'm good.
All right, so we got this marked centipede up now. I imagine Langston and Rampu, you guys are both looking at this thing, and you see, as mentioned, it's kind of a transparent kind of carapace, almost like crystalline. It begins to buzz with this energy, and as it does, it blinks out of existence right where it stands.
Oh my god.
And Rampu, you feel this massive weight lurching over you as it appears once again. And let's see. It will roll to attack. The buzzword can get out to the 30th bonus action. It teleports with the main. Yeah, so it has advantage on this attack. I thought it was that. Oh, but a 12 to hit is a miss, you bastard. As it goes and tries to hit you with its claw, it then lurches over at you with its massive fangs, and you can see it dripping out of its mouth. 22 to hit.
That one will hit.
I'll ward and flare that one.
Alright, as
Yay.
a blinding light appears, making this thing recoil for a moment, reconsidering its plan of action, it goes and tries to bite again.
Yeah.
Quick. Well, no. I wanted to lucky it, but I didn't know how
Hey,
many
buddy,
attacks you have.
No, so that was. If you want to lucky it, yeah, you can lucky that if you want. I'll let you.
Yeah, I lucky it. I lucky it.
All right, so you guys both use your reactions. Mark that on your tokens, and then
Yep.
let's try a bite again. Then this is third time's a charm. 13's a miss.
Jesus.
Yep. As this thing,
Also-
yeah.
Thank you,
Rampu,
Mike.
you have 8 temp HP now from Warding Flare.
Yeah, I shall take it.
Okay.
Good.
And as it kind of, tries to reach out to Rampu and scratch him, it misses on that one, and then this bite almost comes in, gets you, but it's blinded momentarily, and it repositions as you dive into your direction, and then you re-roll the other way, being extremely lucky, and dodge out of the way of that attack, and do not get hit by this thing somehow. And that'll bring us to Manto.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Right. Yeah, I got my serrated Githka in my hands. And I'm gonna approach the blue centipede. And give him a nice strike. Oopsies.
Use your pistol. Ooh,
27.
27. Yeah, that'll hit.
Beautiful.
Damn.
So there's 12 damage plus d6.
Real quick though, I'm
is-
gonna roll a d6. Okay. So I take how much damage?
16 damage.
All right.
All slashing, and then bonus action. Yeah, I will just charge my I'm gonna like focus on my Githka, and like with my mind, and it just kind of glows this kind of like bluish color, and that's gonna be my bonus action, and I will stay right there.
All right. Sounds good. Now we'll bring us to Langston then.
Sweet.
The carousel top
Um,
suite.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
From
that.
watching, I know from Crick punching it with like the Thunder Gauntlets, it had some type of like resistance to it, kind of thing. How did it take the radiant damage from Lyric? Would I have been able to see how that went?
It seemed to work just as well as it should have.
Okay. Then I see this thing lurking over Rampu, and I'm like, oh my god, it can teleport. Absolutely fuck this place. I'm just gonna first level guide it.
All right. Yeah,
23.
that'll hit. Let me do something
Sweet.
though. Actually, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I do need you to do this with disadvantage.
Okay. Let me roll again.
Cool.
22.
Beautiful. And so, 20 damage.
That'll be 20 radiant damage to it, and then whoever takes its next attack at this thing will have advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoosh. Thing glows like a massive glow stick out here. Just this long, cylindrical kind of tube, just with this neon fluorescent lunar glow emanating from it, making an easy target for you all. Anything else, Langston?
I think Langston just kind of like takes a step, like 2 steps diagonally, or 3 rather, 15 feet this way to kind of be in between centipedes. Just like, okay, I got visual on this. This is very bad. These things are huge. They're magical, and they can teleport. I don't like things that teleport. Terrible. Just like doing head turns.
Yeah, you got to. And as Langston repositions himself over there, you turn your head to the left to see this one surrounded by Lyric, Crick, and Manto. Man, who's he going to go for? I'm going to roll a d4. He's going to go for Manto. And the last one's a hit, so that makes sense.
Disadvantage.
Correct. Yes. So as it's buzzing with this kind of electric energy, reaches down with one of these claws to get Manto. An 18 to hit.
That will hit.
That's 18 damage, slashing damage. And as it hits you with that, its body follows through, its mouth salivating, and comes to try to chomp down at you as well. That one terribly misses, as it cannot seem to grasp onto the little chitinous body of Manto. And that'll bring us to the top of the round with Rampu.
All right, and I have advantage on the one closest to me, right?
For the first
attack
attack,
it?
correct.
Beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at this biatch with my longbow. I can't see my rolls, so you have to tell me what it is.
Another nat 20.
God
You're
damn it.
gonna
you
be
serious?
happy.
Holy shit.
Do you have
Better that he can
real quick,
do that.
since you can't see your rolls, let me try to help you real quick. Do you have, if you go to the settings tab and above VTT, do you have under performance issues? No, do you have disabled DDB dice where possible? On?
Yeah, that's straight on.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's
Alright. Yeah, natural 20 though. Cool.
on. Well,
You never see your dice again, dude.
Yeah. Exactly. So you can do the math for me. I do too much math.
I can't even see it, so.
True. Oh, well, even better. So 8 plus 6
Yeah,
is
so you got one 1 point.
8 plus 6 is 14, plus 4 is 18, plus 8 is 22. Nice.
Very nice indeed. And now I will take another shot at him.
Okay.
And this one.
Motherfucker. Okay, so
Go
your
on.
first roll wasn't at 20. Good, because this is actually supposed to be disadvantage. So go ahead and roll this one with disadvantage. Your first roll would have gotten it though, so that's fine. Since you had advantage, it would have been a flat roll.
Nice.
Dis on this one.
So, disadvantage on this next one. Got it.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And I will go ahead. Nah, fuck it. I'm not going to use it, Lucky. I'm still going to fuck you.
Yeah, you guys got a long travel day. 21 hits.
And for this one, for bonus action, I'm going to use. Actually, never mind. I'll just take the damage. I don't want to use the spells yet. Because I got that. So it's 10 damage.
Good old Ted Danson. Alright,
Yeah,
anything else
buddy.
for you?
And is there anywhere? Let me see. No, if this tree, if I got behind close to it, would I be able to use it to hide?
You potentially could if you used a bonus action with your cape. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Mantu could as well, but Crick and Ram and Langston could not do that.
However, then I would provoke an attack from it, right?
You certainly would.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'll just end my turn there.
All right. That brings us to Lurk then. Mace in hand. He looks over first to make sure everyone's looking okay. Mantu, you all right?
Hanging in there.
Say less. Boom! He goes swings upwards and misses one of the limbs, and then goes for another attack. And 19 will hit. Doing 25 damage. Oops. He doesn't have 20 damage, or 25, minus that. Okay. And as he swings with that, the radiance burst off the head of the mace once again. And looks over at you, Crick. Crick, you got him, right?
Absolutely. And I'm gonna go in and bop him a couple times.
All right.
12, 9. I will not bop him.
You will not. It's okay, Crick. Next time. As he kind of looks over at you. Maybe you, Manto? And anything else for you?
Probably.
That's it. Yeah. No bonus action.
All right. This worm, centipede right next to Rampu then, really does not like him. So as he sees you considering running away, it immediately begins to take its head in your direction, tries to grab onto you. But god damn it, it misses too. I think that's the second nat one I did with that attack. God damn it. As he kind of smacks his head into the ground, lifts back up a little bewildered, and one of its lower limbs tries to scrape at you. I should have more than 2 claw attacks, I just realized, but that's alright. And he will do 9 damage to you. Slashing damage. And as it does that last attack, as it swings through, you feel the pressure and then the pain from it, but it vanishes out from around you, and you notice it reapparates right behind Langston now. And
Yeah, you run away, sissy.
What do you mean run away? Oh my god!
the shadow just looms over top of you, Langston, now casting complete darkness on you. And Manta, you're up.
All right. Keep going at him with the Githka. $24.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I had, when I hit him with my glowing Githka, it kind of like shakes him off a little bit, disorients him, so he will have disadvantage on his next attack, and this will deal psychic damage instead of slashing. So that's 8 damage plus a d6 is 6 damage, so 14 psychic damage. Do I notice a difference in how the centipede reacts from the slashing compared to psychic damage?
Yeah, with your insight, you would notice that it seems to affect it tremendously less.
Psychic affects it tremendously less than
Correct.
slashing?
Yes.
Okay, noted. Alrighty. Then bonus action.
Oops, I did too much stuff. Sorry.
Bonus action, I will slash at it again with my Githka.
Okay.
19.
19 hits.
Hit it with the butt end. And 5 damage. But that'll be slashing now.
Okay, cool. That one, you notice, cuts clean through its carapace. A little bit of an unnatural color kind of blood begins to pool out of it a little bit. Anything else for you? You do have sneak attack. I will add that.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Hold on. Let me just see something. Okay, so not a nat 20, but let's see. I will. Yeah, I'll just do a normal sneak attack with. Let's see. Yeah. So is it 5d6?
Mm-hmm. Level 10. It's so crazy. 5d6.
15.
Nice.
Sneak attack, yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, as you slice, like I mentioned before, yeah, you can find a perfect spot to cut into its body, and definitely seem to have weakened it a bit now. Both of these creatures definitely, the threat that they were imposing when you guys first saw them burst out of the ground seems to be diminishing before your eyes.
That is my turn.
Langston Embershroud.
Alright. Is this thing within striking distance of me if I were to move away?
It is.
You gotta ask. Alrighty then. Then what I'm going to do is, first I'm just gonna look at it and be like, absolutely not. And I'm gonna cast a Toll of the Dead at it, so he's gotta make a DC 15 Wisdom save. How wise are these giant centipedes?
Extremely.
Heck yeah.
That's a 3.
That is a 3. So he'll take 2d12 plus 3 since he's been hurt already. That's such a bummer.
I'll take it.
He'll take 9 necrotic damage. And then bonus action, I'm gonna Misty Step. Because, this thing, lording over me, I don't really like it, so I'm gonna move 30 feet back. Actually,
Grab on
I'm gonna
your
move
cloak
over,
to
like,
do
next
that.
to... Yeah, so, with this, I think what I do is I just am like, hey, what's that over there? And I, like, let the bell go off, and he, like, looks back, and he sees, like, puffs in the air. It's like, where the hell? And then I'm just standing next to Rampu. I'm like, hey, buddy, how's it going?
Rimpu's still tired. Anything else for you?
That will do it for the Exile's
Alright.
action.
With this massive centipede taking some immense damage from the smaller bug guy in front of him, he decides to focus once again on this one. Yes, okay. So let's go first with the bite attack. That's a 25 to hit on Manto.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, didn't know if you had anything to do. 12 piercing damage plus 4 psychic damage.
Alright. 16.
Alright, as it bites into you, instead of like, you know, a lot of times when you guys have had creatures of this type, not exactly of this type, but bite into you, there's usually some sort of venom or poison or something like that, but this seems to affect your mind and gives you like this searing migraine, this pain just shooting into your brain. Siri, I'm not talking to you. And my phone just like started going off. And yeah, you feel this almost like the whatever is dripping out of its mouth from its teeth and everything, the saliva has an effect on your mind. And as it bites you, it then goes and makes a claw attack at you now. 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit, but I will uncanny dodge this one.
Alright, so that's 9 damage reduced to 4 then. And as a bonus action, it vanishes from behind you, Manto, and reappears immediately right behind Rampu and Langston.
Oh, God
Shivering,
damn it.
and its claws reaching out for them. And Rampu, you're up.
Okay. Well. I still have Hunter's Mark on the orange one,
Correct.
which that one's pretty bloody, right?
Yes, they are both bloody, but yeah, yep.
So I'm going to take my first shot at that one.
Okay.
And this would have disadvantage, correct?
Yes, correct, because he did teleport the last round.
Yeah.
15 misses.
Ugh, so close. So close. Okay, then I turn
know.
back at this one. I turn back at this one, and this one, would I still have disadvantage against it or not?
He also
Or actually, I
just
guess I have
teleported.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna try against this one.
That's a miss.
God damn it!
Both these
Wait,
creatures still, like, kind of
actually,
flickering. Yeah.
let me see real quick. Do I want to use that real quick? Oh, I'll save it. God damn it! I was gonna use the health thorns, but never mind. I'll
Yeah.
just get my.
Sounds good. Lyric up now. Looks over. Oh shit. Kind of looks up and down. Doesn't know which way to run. And he looks down at Langston and begins to just run towards him. And yeah, with 30 feet, he can get right there. Actually, he's got the mace out. Let's see if we can get some hits on him. 9's gonna miss. 12's gonna miss. Oh, disadvantage. Oh no, range attacks only. But yeah, both of them miss regardless as it tries to hit. He takes a step away from you, trying to divvy up the space a little bit, trying to get its eyes in different directions. And Crick, you're up.
Crick runs right on in there and
That was a
gives him the
sprint.
1-2.
13's a miss.
13. Fuck. 20.
20 will hit.
11 damage.
Ooh.
Okay, 11 damage. Kind of convulsing a little bit. Still, though, that thunderous energy, I forgot that was thunder, does not do exactly as much damage as like, but regardless, it seems to convulse slightly. And orange one is up now. See, it actually... which way is it looking? Yeah, it'll actually... You guys notice it starts to dive into the ground, and the earth behind it almost like swallows it, leaving no trace of it except for a small little mound in its wake. And in this moment, you guys feel like you might have, it didn't teleport out of here and then, appear right behind someone. But Rampu, you feel something shaking underneath your feet. And this thing completely burst out of the ground here, and with advantage, it will make a bite attack at you. 16 to hit.
9.
Damn, misses on that. It's still dirt spilling onto the ground and onto your head. It reaches out with the claw. 22 to hit.
That one will hit.
It's 17 damage from the claw.
Oh, that hurts.
Yes, and that will now bring us to Manto. Both these giant creatures surrounding your party, or your surrounding party, your party surrounding them, rather.
Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do is pull out my laser pistol and rip a shot at the blue one.
Blue
And
one,
I pull out
nice.
my gun.
Yeah.
And I pulled out my gun.
19.
Oh.
Blue one teleported, right? And this is what you roll again. It's a disadvantage.
Oh. I have disadvantage?
Yeah, because he teleported the last round, so he's kind of like fragmented right now a little bit. The blue one, at least.
Okay.
The orange one you could actually shoot at with, not if you wanted to do that instead.
No, I want the fucking challenge.
That's a 20. Hell yeah. Roll damage.
Even better.
Roll damn
Sneak
tide.
attack too, right?
17.
Yeah, sneak attack.
That's right.
No,
They are
you got
right
multiple
there.
people within 5 feet.
Double sneak attack.
Oh, 22.
Nice.
So what's that, 40? Or no, what's that, 39?
30.
39, baby.
Manto, how do you want to do it?
Yeah, so he's kind of just glitching there, but I'm like, I know what you look like. You're a big dude. I got you. And he never really comes to a full visual. And as soon as I blast him, he just kind of disintegrates. He never fully comes around, and he's gone. He's dusted.
I hate it when you don't fully come around. As it explodes and pieces of it from the laser pistol splatter onto the nearby party, and leaving that, like I said, unnatural kind of colored blood and the texture too. Very strange stuff. But Manto, you're 1 shot, 1 kill. Anything else?
Let's see. I think I'll just move up about right there. And that is my turn.
And after you took that shot and witnessed that kill of this massive monstrosity, you heard this kind of faint whisper in the back of your mind. So fragile, yet so strong. We can make you perfect. And that's your turn.
Yeah.
Langston.
I think what I'm gonna do is let me make sure my distance isn't gonna be fucked over the court. Yeah, that's wrong. He's done. So I'm at disadvantage. I'm gonna throw my spear at this guy. Because why the hell not?
Hell yeah.
25.
25 will hit.
Nice.
So it's just 1d6. 5 radiant damage to him.
Nice. So Stellar Lance kind of goes through its body, reappears back into your hand.
I'm like, hey, how we doing? We still got it. And then I think what I'm gonna do is just do a mass healing word that, because I can see we're all kind of hurt, even if this thing's, still weak. Something else might happen, so I'm gonna give everyone around us. Hold on, that's open. I can pull it. Thank you, healer. Still open. Okay. Everyone gets 6.
6 healing all around as Langston throws the spear and heals everyone up rapidly. Does it stand still, like, 20 or so feet away from you, Langston? Anything else that you want to do?
Well, this thing can teleport anywhere it fucking wants to, so I'm just gonna kind of like go to take a step, and I'm like, what is the fucking point? And I'll just like saddle up with my spear. I'm like, let's just do it.
Hell yeah. And that'll bring us to Rampu then. Das is muted. There we go.
I am unmuted.
Muted.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to pull out my gun. No, just kidding. I gotta pull out my longbow. And I'm gonna take a shot at this next one. Yeah, right. I am very jealous. Got a space laser. And with my exhaustion, I still have disadvantage, correct?
It's just ability checks, actually. That's not why you had disadvantage
Oh,
prior.
cool.
So yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
on
that
this.
was just okay, cool.
Him teleporting and shit. 27 hits.
Yeah, buddy. So close, so close. And however, that's the one. Is that the one I had my hunter's mark on? Yes, it is. Awesome. So I don't have to worry about taking that off. That's that.
9.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take another shot at it. It's looking pretty hurt, right?
Very much, yeah.
Okay. 21.
21
See
hits.
that roll. And 15 damage.
With exactly as much damage you need to do it. How you want to do it, Rampu?
Literally, I see Manto shoot the last one, and I am so jealous that he has a space laser. But I still, got to show off my sweet longbow. So in total, like, show off retaliation, I just put one right between its eyes, and the fucking thing just like it just twitches and collapses right next to me.
Yeah. The immense weight of it collapses, and
longbow.
boom! You feel the ground reverberate a little bit. Dirt and grass kind of shoots up out of the ground, and you guys feel the stillness now. And still the grass in the tree is swaying unnaturally a little bit, but shit, yeah, you guys have been out here for 30 minutes and already ran into these 2 massive centipedes just in the middle of the grasslands.
I look at the crew and I say, guys, we got to get the fuck out of here. Let's keep it moving.
Yep, so we go?
Crick kind of pops up. Do you think maybe we could have a minute? As you see him starting to, like, he pulls out like a spatula and starts like patting this thing's giant eye. Could one of you guys help me for a second?
Yeah, I
It's
got
better
it.
be
I'm
for
gonna try to
dinner.
Harvest some pieces here.
Hell yes. Let me pull up the rules unless you remember off the top of your head.
'Cause I know mine, but I don't know because somebody has to help me.
I'll give him guidance or
Harvesting
help you, whatever you need.
rules.
No, somebody else has to roll. Like I roll and then somebody else rolls. Harvesting
So
rolls.
it's a monstrosity, just so we can start off with that
Okay.
at least. It is a CR 5. Yes.
All right.
What any of that means?
The
So I
challenge
can get
rating of
frail
it.
essence from it. Yeah. Essence.
Okay.
If we want, we can keep moving, and then we can maybe do it next time.
Sure. Yeah. It says,
And
yeah. You want
bigger the rolls.
that's fair. But as you guys are doing this and everything, is anyone doing anything else immediately right now, or else I might just segue to something.
Yeah, maybe we just.
Yeah, no, I want
I
to
think
keep
after
moving.
that, I'm just scouting once, like, I'm, like, helping Crick, but I'm, like, doing shoulder checks. I'm like, what the fuck else is coming out here?
As you guys are all kind of standing around here, yeah, anticipating whatever else is the first thing that you've really experienced out here. You see the drones kind of flying overhead the whole time. They're kind of scanning and watching this combat. In the distance, you can see other things still flying. But Manto, you can see kind of cresting a far hill in the distance from where you guys are standing, coming kind of like from the back still, like from where you guys kind of came from, but like in a roundabout kind of way. You can see these armored humanoids kind of like standing up on a hill, maybe within a half-mile away from you guys or so.
Would they look more like a group that was invited to the Great Hunt, or something that the Doctor has created?
Make a investigation check for me, please.
16.
Yeah, they all seem to be like you all, like humanoids. So they definitely seem to be potential other contestants in this. You can actually, as you're observing from this distance here, it actually seems to appear as if they have a hound as well with them.
A hound.
Some sort of dog. But I will just say, yes, since we're at about at closing time, yeah, you do see that kind of group cresting over the hill. Crick kind of starting to carve out the eyeball of one of these centipedes. Gluric looking around like, what the fuck is happening here? That is where we're going to take a break for the evening, or call it a night rather, and we'll pick it up here the next time we get together with Crick, yeah, taking apart this beast. You guys potentially observing these other contenders in the Great Hunt, and whatever else you guys feel like getting into from there. So that's where we're going to call it a night.
Beautiful.
Love it.
Cool. Anything before we call it a night and close it out fully?
That is epic. Manto, remind me if you tell us about these other people, perhaps robbing them in the future. But we'll come back. We'll see you next time, folks.
Love it. Yep. Everyone take a nice short rest, long rest, whatever you need to do, and look out for those goblins under the stairs. We will catch you next time. Peace.
Use